Okay, let me share with you about today's Motivational Monday, which, as you can see from the background, my shirt, it's going to be about stand-up paddling. Okay. Last weekend, on Saturday and Sunday, Hui Xuan, Hock Seng, and myself, we reported at 6:45 a.m. on a weekend at Constant Wind Sea Sports Centre for the 12th Singapore SUP Race. There were only 45 participants this year, including paddlers from Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. There are lots more people doing SUP as a sport or hobby, but most do not want to take part in races. When I look at myself, taking part in Saturday's race was not an easy matter. It would have been far easier to find reasons why not than look deeper at the why. We don't like the uncertainty, the unknowns. And this is what I wrote on Friday, okay, the day before the race day. What is uncertain that makes race day uncomfortable? And I used the four letters RACE, race. Okay. So the first is the result. How will I do relative to my past performance? How will I do relative to others competing? A is for the agony, the pain that I will experience during the race. C is climate, okay, the weather, the wind, the waves. And E is execution. What will be my physical condition on race day? I don't know that. Okay? I don't know how I feel when I wake up. Will I be able to execute the correct stroke, do the pivot turns properly? So, these four things: result, agony, the climate, and the execution. These are the known unknowns. But what is it that I'm certain about? So these are the things I'm uncertain about. What is it I'm certain about? Well, I told myself, number one, I'll show up whatever the situation. Okay. Number two, I'm already a winner simply by taking part. Number three, I know that I will give it my best out there. Number four, I'll be happy no matter who wins. Okay. And I want to encourage those who actually dare to go and compete. And number five, I know I'll feel a lot better after the race. So those are what we call the known knowns, okay? The known knowns. Now, the value of taking part in the race is not to compete to win a medal, but actually to compete against my mind, a mind that prefers to just meditate, think about things rather than move or take action. I need to get used to a LCG. LCG is a term I use in coaching called the live cardiogram. It's like a heart ECG, okay? Your heart ECG, you want it to move up and down vigorously rather than be a flat line. And so your live cardiogram, you want it to be moving up and down vigorously rather than be flat. So racing is about staying alive. Literally, it's about staying alive. Today's topic, let me share my screen. Today's topic is about resurrected by races. Okay. So why do I use resurrected? Because like the resurrection, the races are a means to revitalize and renew us when we are young and certainly in old age. Now, I mentioned known unknowns and known knowns. Okay. The big value of taking risks, which is what a race involves, are the unknown unknowns. The unknown unknowns. Unknown unknowns are the discoveries and experiences I never expected, especially when I was focusing on my fears. These are the bonuses, the gifts, the miracles that make life exciting and full. And last weekend, okay, Saturday and Sunday, some surprises were the perfect weather. It was in total contrast to the days before, thunderstorms and really choppy seas. The sun was out, The wind was mild. The sea was flat. This was, it's God's grace, his power over weather. The flow was smooth and seamless. Really great organization. There were many race categories, on Saturday, so many race categories, different age groups, but we just did it in 2 starts. Okay, so on Saturday, we finished more than an hour earlier. The food was lovely. On Saturday, we had mee goreng, nasi lemak, bacang, bagels, hot coffee. It was a party. When before that, my mind had only been on the pain of the race, but, we really, really had a fantastic time. And I connected with my SUP mentors and coaches, inspired again by people like Tony Lee, Wen Chun, Tao Chia, Matthew Lee, Wally. It was just, these were the bonuses. Now, I want you to hear the experiences of Hui Xuan and Hock Seng, who not only took part, but actually also won medals. So Hui Xuan here won 2 silvers. Hock Seng actually won a gold. I think it's his first goal after racing for 4 years. Okay, so they won medals, but I want to let you hear what they had to say. Okay, so this the first one up is Hui Xuan. See this? I found this image of her with this stand-up paddler with her red lipstick.
It's day 2 at Constant Wind, and I just finished all my races. Yay! This is the 12th race, and I cannot remember this is the number what time I participated. Probably the 4th. And I tell you, it actually gets easier every time I take part. But I must still say, at the start on Friday night, my feelings were like, shit, I'm nervous. Why am I doing this? I'm not ready. My elbow hurts. I really don't feel like doing this. But there was never a thought that I would skip it because I already signed up, and I do not believe in not at least trying. And having tried, I must also finish the race, and I did. Why was I scared? Because there's a technical race this year where you need to do 10 turns over 1 km, and turn means on the sea means there's a risk of falling, and I seldom do turns and then definitely never do 10 turns in 1 km before. So this is new, this is unknown. We never know what the sea conditions will be like. I mean, we've been very, very blessed. You look at the sun, you look at the weather now, right? So the thing is, there are always unknowns, right? When we embark on anything, a race, a project. But the key thing is to show up. Once you show up, you can still fight the race. And once you fought the race, I tell you, the feeling is so good, so good, so good. You feel like a victor, right? You feel triumphant just because you did the race, not because you came in first or whatever. But the fact is, I'm the first, the only Singaporean woman in the 60s category to participate in the race at all. The other woman being an Indonesian lady. So, sometimes just showing up means already winner, already a champion. Definitely, as long as I finish a race, I get a medal, right? So why not? Why not just play it? Dream it, then just do it.
Okay, that was Hui Xuan. And she mentioned this Indonesian lady also in the 60s. I mean, Hui Xuan had to travel from Kovan to Constant Wind. We call that very, very far. This woman traveled all the way from Indonesia, come over here, and in her 60s, still competing. These are the people who inspire us, and she gets to compete against Hui Xuan. Okay, next we have Hock Seng. Okay, let's hear what Hock Seng has to say.
I just came back from a 2 half-a-day SUP race. This is my 3rd consecutive years participating. The main reason why I participate is because I want to support the organizer, Constant Wind, and because it's international events and conducted in Singapore, we got to play host as a Singaporean, right? But because it's just a race, so I wanted to win, and hence naturally I feel anxious, I feel nervous before the race, even though I know that I've improved a bit over the year already. There's so many things that are uncertain, like the rule of the game rules has changed a bit. The weathers are unknown, and the people that I'm competing with also a stranger to me. I come from 2 different countries. But fortunately, because there are only 3 persons in a category, so my medal is guaranteed. Therefore, I told myself, just go there and enjoy the process, have fun, learn new things, meet new people, and I think by doing my best there, it's already worth my while. So now that everything is over, right? I look back, and I definitely feel happy because I did my best. I got gold medal, I got gold, silver, and bronze in 3 respective events. I felt the most precious is that I kept my promise to be there. I contributed to the events with commitments and a consistent action, and this is the basis of trust building and foster good relationship with people. Overall, I feel great. Thank you.
Thank you, Hock Seng. And you know, while we were there, we not only built resilience in ourselves, built our health, but we actually built relationships. We built another pillar, relationships. These were the fantastic people who gathered together in the weekend from Malaysia, Indonesia, and different parts of Singapore. So that was a fantastic event. And you know, hopefully this weekend will be the start for the rest of our lives. Now, I shared about the fear or reluctance to race because of the uncertainty. Okay, so that was the risk involved. There's risk involved. Okay, and life we always talk about risks and rewards. So to wrap up this Motivational Monday, I want to summarize the rewards of racing using the mnemonic prize, PRIZE. You know, your prize could be what you gain. Okay, it could be P, progress or personal development. As you strive for your personal best, you're always competing against yourself. You want to always have a personal best, okay, and that will help you discover the best you. So as you're all getting older in years, you wine. Okay, R is resilience. Okay, growing stronger through challenge and adversity. Okay, I is identity. Discovering who you really are. Races don't just measure fitness, they actually shape character. Every time you choose to stand on the start line of someone who does hard things. But for me, what growing old can look like, just like Victor down there, Victor Leong at 75, he inspires me, he shows me what growing old can look like. Z is zest, embracing life with a can-do and dare-to-do spirit. And finally, E. E is excitement. Excitement as you experience and discover more in this vast, changing universe. There's so much out there, but you've got to dare to go out there. There's so much more to unpack and share from this weekend, and I hope to do more in the future. But for those of you who do other activities, and if you listen to this Motivational Monday, do go back and reflect why I use the word resurrected, okay, and not just revived by the races. Okay, why did I use the word resurrected? And see how you can apply that, in your life so that it's exciting. The last weekend, if we had just stayed at home, done the marketing, played with the grandchildren or the children, done some more work, it would have been a fulfilling weekend still. But it's the same old. That line is just flat. But after that weekend, I just feel so charged up, and that's what we want to do. We want to have that excitement in life.